Hi guys, welcome to Frank channel. So if this is your first time use Python or Python IDE like PyCharm, I think this is a very good the tutorial video for you to very fast way to lead your entry level data analyst. So um, so since every time when we just use Kaggle, we will have a data set, right? So when we have data set, how can we just import the data set into our Python in a very quick way? So this tutorial will give a very quick way to import the data file. Actually, specifically, let's just import the CSV data file. And first of all, we will have the package. Actually, I recommend you to use the package pandas. Okay, and I think this package is really useful for us to do some data manipulation or something, a bunch of functions we can use. And then the next one is OS, and this is actually just we just use OX to get the current directory in my system, in the Python system. So that's first of all. Let's see the Python console here. Okay, and we just passed this command here. We just import the pandas as PD because pandas, actually the name is pandas is quite a large, it's quite long, so we just give him a short name PD, then it will be more convenient for us. Next step is just cast OS into our console, and then when we have the file, we have to download the file into our Python. Though we have first step, we need to know the current work directory of our Python system, so we can pass this one. So okay, here now my current work directory is already be Titanic. Actually, I just give Titanic as an example, and this is just my current work directory. And from in this directory, we have already got the test CSV and trans CSV dataset, and we can then use the test CSV and trans CSV already. And then next step is just put your CSV data into this file. Okay, this is the most important. We can use. First of all, let's see this command. We can use the PD. This is actually the package we have to use, the pandas, and pd.read CSV, and this is the file name, and header equals 0 is actually just get rid of header because the first row of our data set is actually the variable name, so we have to cancel it out. So then we have already read this data file into the object df. Is actually df is already a data frame, and let's see what's the appearance of this data set df data frame actually. Okay, first of all, let's see the information of this data frame. Okay, it shows that it's actually a class pandas data frame. So the structure of this data of this class is a data frame, just pretty much like if you use R, you will find that R is quite convenient because it has a data structure called data frame, and much more convenient for us. And so here we already have a data frame in Python, so that will be better for us to do the analysis. And let's see, so how many entries we have is actually 891, right? So just pay attention that the first column, the first entry is default. By default, the first entry should be 0, the index of first entry, and the last entry is say 890, A90. Okay, A90, whatever. So the data columns we only have 12 columns. We have 12 variables. 12 variables we can analyze. Let's see the variables in detail. Okay, the first one is passenger ID. Okay, passenger ID is actually just integer. Okay, so integer. So it's a 5 person. That's a 5. Is this a 5? It's also integer. I guess it should be 1 and 0, right? If it's a 5, it should be index should be 1, and it's 0, it should be 0. It should be died. Okay, so the P class is integer, and the name object. Sex objects, right? Okay, whatever. Okay, age, sub, SP, purge, ticket, fear, being marked. Okay, so since we have the information about data frame, but the most important is that show the data frame, right? We should see it. So we then can be handy for us. We can see in detail what's the appearance of the data frame. So in console, we can just type, this one. Okay. df.head. Let's see. So head 5 means we can see the first 5 entries. First 5 actually just by default. I just want to say these cases. So it's this first case, second case, and all sometimes we say observation. Okay. All sometimes we say rows. Okay. This is observation. So from the observation 1 to observation 5. And this is a variable name, passenger ID is a 5, P class, and so on and so forth. So it's really ugly. This table is really ugly. So by default in the PyCharm, it showed they show the table in a very ugly way. So how can we see it in a very clear way, a very clear table? Actually, I recommend you to use actually the IPython notebook. It's actually an advanced version of IPython notebook is actually Jupyter. Yeah, I already installed the Jupyter. So let's see what the data frame looks like. So if we want to see the Jupyter, let's see. Let me see. Okay, let's just make my terminal. Jupyter notebook. I've already installed it, and we'll jump out the web browser. This is actually my my Jupyter. I would like to type Python 2, and this is so I strongly recommend you to use the Jupyter to show your work, especially for Python file. You can just get the first of all you have the command, and if you type the command, it will give you the result, all the result you have, and it will show the picture, it will show the table in a very beautiful way. So it will be very strong. Actually, I think the strongest way for you to show the Python work. So let's just see the table. Okay. So but we have to type all the command into. And next one is okay. Let's just type all of this here. And let's see, wrong cell. Okay. Any problem? Okay, no trend.csv, right? No trend.csv. Then next step is we can just get the current. Okay, just get the current. Okay. So import OS, right? So import OS. So run cell and get current os dot change current directory, change directory. Here was my directory. Oh, okay, what is my current directory? It's user Frank Chai project Titanic. I just need to change this one. Run cell. Okay, very good. Then that will be easier for us to see all the things from here, right? This is just comments. Okay. Let's see. Okay, very good. Then we have this table. We have 5 observation, which index from 0 to 4, and just pay attention 0 to 4, right? Okay, we have this table already, and from that will be clear, more clear, much more clear for us to see the variables, passenger ID, survivor, P class, name, sex, age, spouser. This is actually parent and children value. It's actually number of parents plus children, and this is the ticket. This is the fare. I don't know what's the meaning of the fare, whatever. So this cabin is actually the room you live in. The embarked with the in the embarked part you leave from the port you already have, right? So this is actually we got this table. So this really beautiful table. Then let's see, let's go ahead to see what's next step. Okay, so then we have the tail, right? If you want to see the tail, this is actually the head, and it's have a tail of this table. Let's see the tail of this table, right? Very good. Okay, so wrong. Okay, then this is actually the tail of the tables from this fellow. It's an observation 86 to 90. Okay, very good. And fair enough. Simple enough, fair enough. And so next step is data manipulation. Since we have already got the table, so next step is we need to take some of the columns and some of the rows from this table. For example, if you want to insert it, okay, insert a command. First of all, if you want to, we want to take the age variables of this data frame, and the cases is from the first cases to the fifth cases, or first observations to the fifth observation. Let's see, that's very easy, right? Very handy. Okay, let's see what happened. Wrong cells. Very good. So this is the from. Okay, this is the number of the cases, and this is the value for each observation, each case. So it should be age should be integer. So 22, 32, 38, 26, 35, 35, right? Okay, whatever. So then next step is we can, okay, let's see a new one. So what about the age? Okay, that's the same. This command is the same with the first ones. That's just okay. That's cancel it. Okay. Let's see. What about this one? Okay, very good. So let's see this one. It's actually the same because it's actually the object. It's actually the object for this one, for the df. So age is actually an object for df. This is also the same, but it's pretty much like, you know, in R the command is very, you know, very similar to the R command, but this is actually, you know, like C++. Okay. And then the next step is we can not only take out one columns, but also we can use, oh, whatever. Okay, we can use 3 variables. Let's see, 3 variables. Let's see the 3 variables. Okay, we have 3 variables. From the age to P class to survived. So that's beautiful. It's awesome, right? Okay, so the next step is we can use the data filter. So what is data filter? So we have this table, and here we just take out all the observations from first observation to fifth observation. This filter is quite simple. It's also a filter, but this is very simple. It's very, you know, handy for us. But this one is very different because we want to. For example, if we want to take out all the observations whose age is bigger than 50, then we can use this command to take out all the observations from the data frame or from our table. So let's see what happened. Let's insert a new command, and let's see what happened. Okay, very good, simple enough. This is actually a okay. This is a big table from number six observation. Okay, so this is the actually different variable for us. Now 6, number 11. Let's see the last one. Okay, no, 979. And then from this filter, we got all the observations whose age is bigger than 50, right? Fair enough. Okay, so the next one is actually the, let's see, the next one is, okay, so this command is just trying to figure out if the age column, is there in age column, is there any non-value or is there an empty value? Sometimes we say it's NaN. Let's see. Okay, so let me explain it in detail. Okay, so this one is actually df is the data frame, and this is his object age, and so this focus on the age column, and this function is we just need to know if the age column has any value which is empty value, is non-variable, So, and this returns you all the observations of age which is non-value. So if we put the data frame in front of these observations, you will get what? So what do you can get? Let me see. Okay. So from the last table, you get all of this. Let's check the age. You see. So for this observation, the age is empty, right? NaN, and this one is NaN. So it returns all the observation whose age is empty. Simple enough? Okay. The last command for us is data cleaning. Okay, so since we have let's see. So for the first command, insert one. For the first command, what's the meaning of the first command? df gender equals 1. Let's see the table. Previous table. Gender. Let's focus on gender. So for gender, gender. Then there's no gender here. Okay, there's no gender here. Whatever. df gender new. Okay, so this command is very easy. It gives you a gender variable, and you just give all the observation equals 1, and you add new columns for the table, maybe in the end of the table, and all the values for the observation is exactly 1. Let's see what happened. Okay, it's really exciting, right? Okay. This is just and you have to show the df, right? You have to show the df. Let me see just ahead of the head 5. Okay, let's see. This is the okay, very good, fair enough. So this is the gender, right? This is the gender. We add a new variable into the table, and we find all the value, all the entry for the observation is exactly 1. And the last one is a little bit complicated, but don't worry about it. I will explain I will explain for you, okay? Okay, so first of all, let's insert this command. Okay, so what's the meaning of this command? Let's see. Okay, so df gender equals, so we have already got the gender variable, right? So we need to change the entry of every value for the every observation. So what's the rule we need to change for the gender? It tells me that the sex, it's actually just according to respect for sex. Okay, it's just according to sex variable. Sex variable and give you a map. You say a map is actually a function, and if the sex is female, it gives you 0. If on the other hand, if the sex value is male, it gives you the value 1. And the gender variable is the type of integer. Simple enough. And let's see what happened. Let's see what happened. Okay, so all of this, yes, but for this one, sorry. Okay, for this one, let's see what happened. And okay, you have to show your work, right? You have to show your work. Maybe 20. You have to show your work. Let's see what happened. Okay, from this table we see we're gonna have a very excellent table. Beautiful, right? Let's see what happened. Okay, so from the table we see that yes, very good. So for each observation, if the sex of this observation is male, the gender gives you 1. If it's female, you got 0. So gender is actually index on integer variable according to the sex variable. If the sex is male, it gives you 1. If it's female, it gives you 0. Simple enough. Very good. Okay, so far we have learned a lot of commands, and I think you're kind of tired, and me too. So you're very welcome to see the Frank channel, and I really like you. I'm really happy if you can subscribe my video. See you guys next week. See you.